So, hi Robert, great to see you. You're bringing the Oceans of Hope Challenge to Ireland on the 10th of April. It's going to be in Dun Laoghaire. It's introduction to sailing for people of all ages. I'll put in details, underneath and later on about how people can get in touch for this. It's for people of all levels or people with MS. And it's an amazing thing and it's got great potential. So I was interested to talk to you. I suppose the name opens people, I think a lot of people, including me, knew the name Oceans of Hope, but I didn't really know the story. So Opens of Hope, where did that come from?
So Oceans of Hope was an amazing project led by Dr. Mikkel Antonissen in Denmark, who specializes in dealing with people with MS. And I was actually working in Brighton Marina way back in 2014, where they came to have a look at the marina before the event actually started. They came to have a look because there was going to be a UK sort of ECTRIMS type thing that was going to be happening in Brighton. And they were hopefully going to try and get the boat on its way round to Portsmouth to maybe take some people sailing. However, he met me. I took him around the marina, showed him where we could put the boat, etc. And unfortunately, in the end, the boat didn't come to Brighton. However, 2 weeks after meeting Mikkel, I summoned up the courage to, it was almost like a confessional. It took me 2 weeks to summon up the courage and to call him and to tell him that I had MS and I wanted to be part of it. So he told me that the boat wasn't coming to Brighton. So he said, come and meet me in Portsmouth when we get there in 3 weeks' time or whatever. So I did. And we had a long, long chat. And basically he said, well, you can come over the channel with us next week if you want. There's a space. I said, well, I can't. I'm working. But he said, try the Atlantic. And I went, well, I'll still be working. I'd like to do the Pacific, though. I asked him. And he was slightly taken aback by that because I don't think the circumnavigation that he organized, I don't think they realized they were actually going to get there.
Yeah.
I think when you start up a project as monumental as that, you hope that you'll finish it and you hope that you can achieve what you set out to. But there's always a doubt, pretty much like myself and what we do now. However, later on that year, I got an email saying, congratulations, meet us in the Galapagos Islands on February the 22nd. And you'll be sailing with us from the Galapagos Islands to Tahiti. So that's nearly 4,000 nautical miles from one heavenly place to another heavenly place via 2 or 3 heavenly places in between. So how could I refuse? So long story short, I quit work to do this. And I still can't believe it sometimes, but that's a good indicator of where I was as a person with my MS. And it was a good indicator that it hit me. I made a decision because in 2008, when I was diagnosed, it wasn't until I got on the boat that I realized how much of my life I'd not been living because of my diagnosis. And 20% of me wasn't there. 20% of me was absent. 20% of me wasn't able to commit to anything for the, as we all know, for the fear that MS brings. And this stupid disease was having a bigger effect on me than I realized. And getting on the boat, being with good people, some people worse off than me, I realized that I'd not been there at all. And I realized when I got off the boat, I realized that my perspective on my disease was really off kilter. And I needed to address that. And I needed to do something about that. And we were encouraged to write blogs during our voyage. And so I started writing a blog, and my first blog was an apology to myself, my loved ones, to my family, and to my friends. Apology for not being there. And then the most important one was an apology to myself. So we've gone slightly off story, but the circumnavigation, organised by Mikkel and an amazing team, left Copenhagen in the May, June of 2014 and arrived back in October the following year, 15. So I took part in it. I actually took part in it twice, Galapagos to Tahiti, and then Portsmouth to Kiel, which is sort of the Kiel Canal, Germany into Denmark. And I felt so privileged to be, one, asked back, but to be part of the start of a really amazing community.
It's like 100 people with MS were involved in that, weren't they? For this whole circumnavigation. And is part of it then being around other people with MS? You know, like I'm trying to figure out what made you realize that then when you were there. Was it just pushing yourself and being able to do things that you didn't think you could do?
Yeah, because I sail quite a lot and I'm reasonably well qualified. So, and I'm a floaty person. I spend a lot of my life floating around on boats of every sort. So I set myself 3 challenges: to catch a fish, kill a fish, and cook a fish, climb up the mast 2,000 miles from anywhere, and to learn how to use a sextant. And to be honest, none of those happened. None of that happened. And there was this amazing odyssey that I went through with 6 very special people. And out of the 110 or 11 people that sailed around the world, they had a similar thing, whether it lasted 2 days, 2 weeks. Being part of a small community, when you're working together, to some people, to most people, it's an alien environment. Nothing is in control. However, you start to learn that we are in control of this boat, and we as a team work together, and everybody has the opportunity to contribute, and everybody's contribution is so important, whether it's chopping onions or bringing down the spinnaker at 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's contribution is so important, and I think that's the power of it. The teamwork, the camaraderie, the listening. The biggest thing is listening to other people's experiences, knowing that you're no longer alone. I think those are the most important things, where you get a chance to contribute and you're not on your own.
Funny, I was looking at your website, oceansofhope.co.uk, looking at a video, and there was one girl who said, you know, well, I got on the boat and I managed to get on, you know, or that was the first thing. And I thought it summed it up very well. You know, her expectations straight away, just being able to get onto the boat was an achievement. I thought it kind of summed it up well, actually.
Yeah, that was Varsha, I believe.
Yeah.
And first day nerves. Then you realize that everybody's got first day nerves, but the crew, the captain, and the veterans that are on board to make sure that those nerves are managed and everybody gets the chance to relax, have the time to try something. As soon as people like Varsha realized, she was confident. She wanted to take a tour of the boat, and she walked up to the bow of the boat and realized that, you know what, I think I might be able to do this.
And it's a great story. Like, so you did that circumnavigation, and that then inspired you to setting up this charity, Opens Hope Challenge. So
Yeah,
it was life changing, wasn't it? That trip for you.
totally. And I, in a weird, perverse way, I'm thankful that I have this stupid disease. So take that as you will.
Yeah.
So my perspective completely changed, and that was a gift that I think only a boat full of people with MS could have given me. And I like to call it my giant chocolate cake. I was given this huge cake, this altered perspective, and that cake kept me going that summer. And I went back to skippering, and I realized that summer I needed to make more cake. And so that was the summer of 2015. And in the May of 2016, I got a load of boats from a beautiful place in Turkey called Fethiye. Sorry, Göcek.
I was there. I was actually there
I
during the
put,
summer. Would you believe?
oh, were you?
Yeah, gorgeous, amazing place.
Um, so I put the boats on my credit card and thought, right, how am I going to do this? So we publicized a little bit, and we got 40 people with MS down into Göcek, and we all went sailing on 6 boats, and we had all sorts of people. There were some veterans from around the world, plus maybe half of the participants were newbies who wanted to give it a crack, and that was the start of it. It's crazy.
And now you do sailing in the UK, and you're in every year. Do you go? You're in Greece and you're in
Yeah.
Turkey. It's amazing, isn't it? It's growing all the time.
We are blessed because pretty soon after I started doing it, I got a fellow veteran who did a leg in the round the world in the States called Nicola Kaufman. Hello, Nicola. My rock, my foil, and my very dear friend who said, can I help? And we've been the deadly duo since 2016, where we've been sailing in Croatia, Turkey, and England and Spain. And then we decided that, do you know what, we need to get this organization better. So we formed Oceans of Hope UK as a UK registered charity. And Nicola was the one that did all that hard work. And Nicola's strengths play out opposite my weaknesses. And so we, an amazing team. We both have MS. So then in 2017, 18, we had a couple of participants who wanted to do stuff, who wanted to help. And before we knew it, had a little team of people who were from all over the world. And one girl, Ingrid, who was from New Zealand, she said, I'd love to do it in New Zealand. So I went, okay, we'll do it. And maybe this is, just my nature, but I'm not here to control what's going on. I'm here to help others like me do more. And so we organise a challenge in New Zealand with 40 people on a tall ship. We've since done 6 events in New Zealand on all manner of boats. one of them being Dun Laoghaire 2, which, if you're a yachty, is a very famous old round-the-world racing boat. And then we have other people from other countries. We've got my guys and gals from the Netherlands who organise regular challenge events. I've got a guy in Belgium who's doing his events. And we're continuing to offer a whole variety of sailing events, whether it's our regular day sailing events in Portsmouth, or dinghy sailing that we've done in Carrickfergus, in Glasgow, Ipswich, and Derbyshire. And we're taking more and more people every year sailing in all varieties of sailing boats.
And now you've got a guy in Ireland, Stephen Fitzpatrick.
Yes. Yes. We have another legend. Stephen came with us in May last year to Athens. And you know Stephen's story with MS. And he's really caught the bug. And he's awesome. And he's organising this particular day sail in April in Dun Laoghaire. And then hopefully we'll be doing some more. However, we're talking, and I don't want to preempt those talks, but we obviously would like to do more sailing in Ireland, especially with you guys, where we can help people achieve something they thought not possible. And I think that's the important thing. And the important thing to do it is in a safe, fun, and embracing environment where people get a chance to sort of decide, okay, I'm going to be great today.
Exactly. So I just want to make sure if people would like to do this, to email info@oceansofhope.co.uk. I'll also have the details as well down below and social media, but that's the one to email. And any ability to encourage people to send in or to do this, because it's amazing opportunity. That's what I would say. It's got such great potential, such a lovely positive thing.
It's totally positive.
Yeah.
I think 80% of people that come with us want to come again. Sorry, 80% of the people that come with us come again. And it's infectious, and people thrive in the environment because they're not only coming sailing, but they're coming on a journey. They're getting on an aeroplane on their own. They're leaving their family. They're getting to a strange place without really knowing where it is. Arriving, meeting new people in another new place. Getting on a boat with 5 or 6 or 8 strangers. Cooking with them, eating with them, sailing with them. And before you know it, you've got this little extended troop. Yeah, a troop of friends.
Exactly. So I look forward to seeing you. Are you coming over on the? Are you coming over on the 10th?
Yes, I'm
Excellent.
so excited. So
Yeah.
excited.
So I look forward to seeing it. And I said I really encourage people to sign up for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.